Let's talk about this film because it was great, okay?
What's a movie that was worth all the wait? Probably one of the strongest acting performances we have seen this year in the movies we've seen. Obviously, Kala had a very strong acting performance, but this was such a emotional story, such a great, light-hearted cast. The song, in terms of the music score, one of the strongest, most congruent storylines we've seen. I don't understand why they decided to put that first song. I maybe because of commercial success, it was sort of like a commercial hit. The first song, where you get introduced to Pavan's character. There is a second song there, where, like, as a matter of fact, you would presume we would have had an issue with the chicken song.
It's
Not a
actually
problem at all,
timed.
because it was perfectly timed, very congruent. It made sense. At the end of the day, they do play along with the idea that this is a movie for the family. This is a family experience, and maybe not specifically for children, but definitely family experience. So music wise, it did do that. It had the song that a lot of kids are probably going to love in the family. It had the songs that a lot of the grown-ups are going to cry with. The conflict between two countries, the difficulties in understanding vastly different religions, vastly different beliefs, vastly different cultures, and a story in a movie that tackles that. That's what movies are for. That's what art is for. It never felt pandering. It never felt like it was sort of lecturing you on some BS.
Or it didn't feel like it was siding with either
side. It's just a human story.
Correct. And I think this particular script was really well carried, because this is one of those stories that can very easily be misinterpreted, could very easily be pandering, or like it could turn into a political stand.
Yep.
Also, it was tackling very difficult, insanely humane moral barriers in this script. So obviously you have the capacity to maneuver this in whichever way the director wanted it to, which is actually
Kabir Khan was the director. Very good job.
Brilliantly done, because it maintained its lightheartedness throughout the hardest or most challenging parts of the film itself, especially that second half where you tackle immigration and in such a lawless way. It's beautifully carried. Honestly, the cast was perfect.
Yes.
I know that Karina's only like the first half of the film, but
she carried, man.
Beautiful role for her. The little boy that was part of that family, that whole family, great. I absolutely adore what they did as a whole cast, as supporting roles.
Perfectly casted movie, I have to say. Like, everyone was. Chand, obviously, the reporter, great cast as well. He could have maybe shit on the parade a bit if his acting wasn't good. Actually,
but he was
perfect,
brilliant. And I actually had my doubts when he got introduced into the storyline. I was like, where are we gonna go with this? This guy's a little sleazy. I don't understand this character. Where are we gonna develop? But
he was the character that
turned the tables around.
Correct, and believed, and he saw it. He saw the actions, and he had no dog in the race. He had no horse in the race. So if he was turned around and he understood what Bajrangi was doing, the world could also understand. And what brilliant, dude! This little girl,
talk about
Harshali Malhotra is her name.
My goodness, was she fabulous! And
she's 16 years old right now.
Oh, bless her
So she's
heart.
still a little girl.
There is a gap. There is a lack of communication when you get given a role with no script.
With no lines.
With no lines, because their directions are all very organic, and they all have to do with the physical acting. And sometimes these are the roles that actually demand the most of the actor, because your mental process has to be so physical yet not overacted, because you stop being believable. So she hit the mark. She was like, I don't know.
I don't know how
old she was there, but she was absolutely phenomenal. And
let us know what you guys thought about it. Do check out featurefightshop.com. You can get all your Hindi and Bollywood merchandise from there. Like, it's all inspired by all this stuff. Some of my favorite quotes we've ever heard, some of our favorite songs. It is obviously designer made. It's made by Champion, which is fantastic. Just be a bit patient with the delivery and stuff like that. Obviously, we know that so many of you are from different parts of the world. But yeah, do give it a shot, and let us know when you do. We'll send you a personalized thank you over that. And for all the Feature Friday Movie Club members, thank you so much as always for staying with us and watching these movies that are quite lengthy, but what an experience, and what a fantastic showcase of art.
And let us know which is the next film which
Correct.
you check out.
This was the second one most popular requested in terms of, like, it was Om Shanti Om, and then it was this. So we will see what comes up next. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, have a great time.